the stress that you go through is nowhere near comparable to a guy who's like dark skinned, 5'2", trying to talk to women in the United States
with an accent.
With an accent.
Ooh.
He has no like you have a chance. Literally, they get nothing. They get past. Women find them invisible. Your misery is not anywhere comparable to them. But here's the part that makes it even worse. Because more women are getting into sex work, there's fewer women out there that these guys could even date if they want. And there's more women taking themselves out of in real life situations. They're not going to bars, they're not going to nightclubs, they're not going to anything. They're not going out as much.
I think it's just like societal like pressure to keep up with everything and be like the perfect person and everything. I'm a Virgo, so I think just being perfect is necessary.
Like
you.
Jessica, you could also be less perfect and dudes are still throwing you. Dating apps, women get 17 times as many matches as men. Like
I'm not on dating apps.
Of course you're not, because there's 9 times as many men as women on dating apps. You're sitting there, this pressure. I hear these women talk about this pressure to be all these. I've seen women who are like very unattractive, demanding ridiculous things of the men that they're dating.
Hoflation.
Exactly. So when you see this whole thing, it's like, I don't think this pressure is anywhere near on you that you think it is. I just see OnlyFans creators who are morbidly obese, just covered head to toe in tattoos, making $1 million a month, and you're sitting there telling me about the pressure you feel. I have to. Let me tell you something. If I didn't go to work, if I didn't go work out, if I didn't make money at my job, no fucking girl's coming to my place. No one's coming to save me. No one's going to give me pity vagina. It'll never happen. I'll go the rest of my life and nobody will hook up with me. You don't have the same problem.
I do have to say that like in the OnlyFans spectrum, like most people are not like the obese. Most people are in the skinny area, and then it becomes
no,
it's not a no, hang on. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the competition and only and in the adult industry, because I don't just do only do more. The competition to be perfect is even more like hang on, let me finish. Just because I don't get certain jobs because I have a stomach scar.
Agreed. I'm with you, but listen, I am not saying that you don't have to compete with other people on OnlyFans to make a living. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the stress that you go through is nowhere near comparable to a guy who's like dark skinned, 5'2", trying to talk to women in the United States
with an accent.
With an accent. He has no like you have a chance. 100%. You understand. People, I know this is going to sound crazy to some of you ladies. People can live on $10,000 a month. They actually can. These guys, like literally, they get nothing. They get past. Women find them invisible. And like, I'm sorry,
poor guy in the inbox.
Your misery is not anywhere comparable to them. They're completely ignored. And that's my whole point. Like, I understand what you're saying, but here's the part that makes it even worse. Because more women are getting into sex work, there's fewer women out there that these guys could even date if they want, and there's more women taking themselves out of in real life situations. They're not going to bars, they're not going to nightclubs, they're not going to anything, they're not going out as much. And so now you have this bottom group of men that's a third. It'll probably be 40% here pretty soon.
They don't have to go out there. It's the internet.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Okay, one more time. Let me explain this. I believe women, to some extent, can get their validation from millions of men giving them money. I think they can. Men get their validation from having sexual intercourse with women. We can't do that over the internet. We have to go out to places and do things. We have to take risks in order for that to happen. So now what's happened because of this internet generation is we as men get nothing. And women, this is why I say, this is what he said before, it's brilliant. There's no such thing as a long distance relationship. No, they don't exist. Long distance relationships.
I wrote a song about that.
Yes. Long distance relationships validate women because they get attention. Long distance relationships do not validate men because they don't get.
But you still instant gratification is still a thing for men and for females through the internet. So you still agree.
That's not validation. Dude, masturbate is not validation.
What if you have a long distance relationship and you're allowing them to
venture out?
And who is allowing who?
What if you have a long distance relationship?
Yeah.
Say you have a long
Put it in the mic, babe.
Say you have a long distance relationship, right? And you just allow them, look, do what you want to do.
Yeah, but who has the advantage there?
The guy.
Really? You think so?
If the guy does.
So in Jamaica, I used to go to hedonism every year with Paradise Challenge. We would go there. Did you ever go? Yeah. Okay. When you'd see the people swinging, there'd be couples that are swinging. The men are looking for a partner, and they're just sitting there holding their dick because nobody wants them. The women are looking for a partner, and there's 6 dudes lined up to have sex with her. If you're in a polyamorous relationship with a woman, she has 100x more options than you as a man. It doesn't work like that.
Nice looking man, though.
We're talking 4% of men. Again, my point is to speak for the man who is invisible.
He gotta pay.
Huh?
He gotta pay.
They gotta pay. Is that your answer?
And that is exactly why women have shifted the transaction to online.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
Ooh, is that?
This is it. Here you go.
Is that Frozen? Put that on.
No, that's
finish the lyric, okay? Hey, I just met you.
And this is crazy.
So here's my number.
This is funny. It's like
Does it say psych on it?
What they say? That is crazy.
It's the point is for those guys because they
did
such
exactly what you were just
a
saying.
massive sexual
Exactly
deficit.
what
Like
you're
for
saying.
them, that was the coolest thing in the world for a
To
guy
turn down a woman.
to turn down a woman and to act like you were getting a number or something like that. No offense. If a woman wants to go on a date with me and have a really great time, that's totally fine. If she doesn't want to sleep with me, we're probably not going to keep going on dates. Sorry if that makes me a misogynist. That's just the way I roll. These guys still live in this world of sexual deficit. They live in a country in India where they have the most arranged marriages of any place in the world. And so because of that, they have no understanding or necessity to grant game. So anything like that is the coolest thing they've ever. Oh my God, a girl gave me her number. Oh my God. Oh, it's so crazy. That's where they are.
What I see these guys who are just like wanting to get some sort of like get one over on this girl. Like
Sure.
they wanted to have some sort of comeuppance, and so they all feel cool because she thought she was going to get something. She was going to get a real number and get a real date, but it's not really a real date. And so they're all acting as if it was the funniest thing in the
It's
fucking
the
world,
shift
right?
of the power dynamic.
Yeah, because it's like, finally, now you know what it feels like to be a guy and get rejected. I mean, it's fucking middle school. I'm glad that made you feel good for the very brief moment in your very short fucking life to do something like that.
I don't know.
And
I think he shifted the entirety of the power dynamics in India because of that.
Well, it's
It's over
for
India.
It's
in
over.
India. It's
I
in
know.
India.
Women in India are like, well, gee,
It's
maybe we should be
India.
nicer to them now.
Oh no, we need to be nicer to them.
They're
We
becoming
need to be
empowered.
nicer.
We
Yeah.
should show them bubs and vagina.
Okay, this one is incredible here.